Some men are better than others. Yes, we're all equal human beings, but nevertheless, one can easily make the argument that some men are better people than other men. An even easier argument to make is that some men are clearly better suited for being loving partners than others. Some men simply aren't cut out for the job. This isn't to say they won't one day be, but every man is the wrong man for you at some point in his life or another. In today's video, we will be showing you some qualities. If a man has those qualities, never let him go. Without further ado, let's begin. When he looks at you, he really looks at you. If a man looks at you directly in the eyes, creating an invisible attraction that connects the two of you, then he isn't simply looking at you, he's looking into your soul. He's trying to get a glimpse of the person that remains hidden beyond your eyes, the you that you keep to yourself and yourself alone. He's trying to find that essence that makes you, you. He's looking to glimpse at your soul, but more than just that, he's trying to introduce your soul to his. There's a very specific look that two people in love share. It's a recognition of the deeper self of the other person. If your man looks at you in such a way, then consider yourself a lucky woman. He's a kind man, but not a pushover. There are overly aggressive men who try to position themselves above everyone else. There are also weak-willed men who avoid all commitment and confrontation. You'd be better off staying away from both types of men. There is a type of man who manages to combine the strengths of both power and sympathy. These men are kind at heart, yet brutal in battle. They don't start fights, but finish them. That's the type of man you want, because he's the type of man wise enough to pick and choose the best of both force and compassion. He's driven, but patient. To live a good life, you need success, because success is the standard we judge everything by. You don't need to necessarily become a millionaire or a world champion of sorts, but little successes throughout life are pertinent to living a life of which you are proud. However, success, just like life, is a long and winding road. Without patience, you are likely to reach the end faster, but what the end will have to offer won't likely be what you were aiming for. Take the journey and what it brings as it all comes. He has incredibly ambitious dreams, but is down to earth nonetheless. What woman doesn't want a dreamer who's both realistic and humble? It's probably the ideal composition of any man, a man who wants the stars but understands that he may only get the moon. Yet, he doesn't allow the realization to hinder his ambitions, nor does he allow his success to blow up his ego. This sort of man will never stop doing his best to make your life better, but won't promise you things he can't deliver. He's physically active. His being physically active is likely to lead to him being physically attractive and more sexual activity as well. It may not seem like a big deal right now, but if you're in this for the long run, or are, at the very least, considering it, then you are going to want a man who exercises regularly. You have to keep in mind that men peak sexually very early in life. If he doesn't stay physically active, then chances are your sex life won't be very physically active either. He's brilliant, but not cocky. Well, a little bit cocky, but not too cocky. If you found yourself an intelligent, wise, and sharp man, then he may be a keeper. As long as he isn't too cocky, of course. A man who's a bit cocky is attractive, just like confident women. We are programmed to appreciate strength in every and any form. However, if he's too cocky, then be wary. These guys tend to balance on the fence between being bearably cocky and being complete assholes. Sadly, the smarter ones tend to be dicks a lot of the time. He tells you he loves you, although he doesn't really have to. You can feel that he loves you. However, they fall short in comparison to actions. Words, ideas, concepts, intentions are all great and useful at the right time, Yet, actions are and always have been the most powerful forces on the planet. It's great if your man tells you he loves you because you surely enjoy hearing it. Everybody does. Yet, if his actions consistently fall short and you find yourself hearing that he loves you but not feeling it, then he doesn't love you. Then he doesn't love you the way you should be loved. You can't allow yourself to settle for that. He's willing to lose an argument for the sake of keeping the peace. Couples argue. Every couple that has ever existed has had its fair share of arguments. People argue because they believe that they are right or simply wish to be right because it makes them feel better about themselves and, therefore, argue in order to achieve that feeling of righteousness. Unfortunately, when it comes to arguments, if one person is right, then the other person must be wrong. You deserve a man who doesn't want to make you feel wrong, at least not when the argument is really over a matter of opinion. Whenever you need any sort of help, he's always offering to give you a hand. Again, the importance of his actions cannot be stressed enough. Men are pretty simple when it comes to loving someone. What you see is basically what they feel. When they are there for you, when they take care of you and do their best to keep you happy, they care for you. You're on your guy's mind all the time because he loves you. He will do just about anything for you and won't even think twice about helping you in a time of need. Without you, he loses himself. You've become a part of him because he wants to keep a part of you. When a man loves a woman, he wants a piece of her that he can call his own. It isn't about her body, but her mind. It's the way she thinks, the things she does, how she does them, what she likes and doesn't like, what she believes in, what she believes to be important, and what she believes to be trivial. When a man loves a woman, he takes these little parts of her as his own. They become a part of him, change him in the way he thinks, the way he sees the world. What is important to her becomes important to him. The way she does certain things becomes the way he does certain things. You both give up a little part of yourself and adapt the other's habits. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.